Hello, welcome to the Joyful House and welcome to our Joy House Tea Party number 29. Thank you everyone for your patience. What a great evening we are having, but everything is in a little off schedule, so thank you for your patience with that. Let's jump right on over to the front door and see who we've got and start welcoming each other in. And of course, there was my message to all of you that we had a little bit of technical difficulties over at the watch party, but we were able to navigate through all of that and successfully watch the episode for tomorrow night. We'll talk more about Call the Midwife and all of that in just a little bit. All right. We have an eagle in the house, so if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Margie. Welcome in, Margie. Great to have you here this evening. And joining us is Miss Doris. Hello, Doris. Nugs, nugs. And she is saying hello to everyone. And hello, Sanja. Nugs, nugs. Welcome in. So glad you're here in the Joyful House and joining them. We also have Lacey. Hello, Lacey. Nugs. So glad you're here. Everyone is greeting each other. Thank you so much for that. We have another eagle joining us, so help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Candy. Welcome in, Candy. And she is greeting everyone with her nuggies. And we have the beautiful Suzanne with us. Hello, Suzanne. Nugs, nugs. And she says she'll be here shortly. She was over at the watch party with us. So welcome in, Suzanne. We'll see you when you come back. And we have Laura here. Nugs, nugs, Laura. Thank you for coming to the tea party. And we have the beautiful Angela with us. Nugs to you, Angela. She says, hi, Cynthia and everyone in the chat. How are you doing tonight? She is fine, drinking water, and she is working on her bag handle. All right. Again, thank you all for coming in and loving on each other. What a beautiful, beautiful sight that is. And we've got the beautiful Angela S. with us. Nugs, nugs. Hello to you and hello to Lucia if she is with you. And we have another eagle in the house. So help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Wanda. Welcome in, Wanda. And my chat jumped. Hang on a second. And Wanda says, hello and nugs, everyone. Be right back. Going to go grab a glass of iced tea. I love it. Tea at a tea party. All right. And you probably heard the water finish boiling for our tea for the tea party. We'll get over to that in just a moment. And we have another eagle in the house. So if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Tiffany. Welcome in, Tiffany. So good to have you here. Glad you are here. And she says, hello, everyone. Nugs. All right. And Mateo is here. Nugs, nugs, my sweet friend. So good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. And with that, we are at the bottom of the chat. All right. Well, to get our tea party started, you know, here in the Joyful House, we like to fill our joy tank. So if you will, join me as we celebrate our time together and as we get ready for a joyful evening by filling our joy tanks with joy. So let's express our joy. All right. If you will, let's go over to the party room. We've got some birthdays that we need to celebrate. And just a reminder that if you don't think I know when your birthday is, please, please, if you celebrate, because I understand that not everybody celebrates their birthdays, but if you celebrate, please make sure I have it so that during your special time, we can celebrate with you. This week, we have here in the Joyful House celebrating their birthday, Dawn from Yarn Doll and Bree from Breezy's Crafty Creations. So if you will, join me in singing happy birthday to Dawn and Bree. All right. Happy birthday to Dawn and to Bree. Hope you are both having a special day and special week. And if I remember correctly, I want to say their birthdays are on the same exact day. Not 100% sure because can't trust my memory for nothing. All right. We do have a Joy Team member that is celebrating their 3rd anniversary of being on the Joy Team. And again, for all of our new Joy family, the Joy Team are folks that do level up their support and pay for a monthly membership. I just don't like calling them members or paid members, just like I don't like calling you subscribers. So I call you Joy family. And so I call them the Joy Team. So we have a Joy Team member that is celebrating their 3rd anniversary. So if you will, join me in celebrating with Sanja on her 3rd anniversary here in the Joy Team. That is a long time. I appreciate all the love and support, Sanja, that you have given to not only the channel, but to the Joyful House for the last 3 years. So once again, happy anniversary to you. All right. We have some new Joy family that I would like to shout out. As always, it's a pleasure to welcome them in, to be here a part of all that goes on in the Joyful House. And there's a lot that goes on. But anyway, if you will, Joy family, help me welcome in our newest family. And that is Stacy Moore. And we also have Landers. And joining them is Ada. Is it Ocasio? I don't like mispronouncing someone's name. And Julie. And then finally, we have Miss Shelley. So welcome in. It is a pleasure and an honor to have you here as part of the Joyful family. And of course, the goal is that, you know, you always leave with more joy than what you came in with. But the biggest motto that we have here is that everyone is not only accepted, but seen and heard. So welcome into the Joy family. All right, let's head back over to our tea party room. And next, let's go ahead and do our wheel word for the night. And this is just to help earn some extra entries on the tea party wheel. This is the last live, the last Joy Family live, yes, that you'll be able to earn them because our month ends next week. Can you guys believe that March is already almost over? Whew, time is flying by. But if you would like an opportunity to try and earn that entry on the wheel, then just type the word wheel in the chat, wheel. So while you guys are doing that, I am going to go ahead and fix the tea for tonight. I thought tonight, as we get ready to start a new movie night series, and you know, we have a little piggy winter dance over there on Friday nights, I thought we'd bring out the old piggy mug. So let me go ahead and get this water poured while you guys are dropping wheel over there. And we did set a goal tonight. And of course, if we meet that goal, then we will add some extra entries to the wheel. And I will give away one movie night question answer for tomorrow night. I thought that would be a fun and exciting change up. All right, tonight, again, the Eagles, we have Sister Angels, where we do something secretly for our sister angel throughout the year. This is the first year we're doing it. And this is a box of Twinings tea that I received from my sister angel. And I pulled a tea packet out of it earlier for tonight. And you guys, we're going to have peach. We're going to have some peach tea tonight. And I've already forgotten. I don't think this one had any caffeine in it. No, it does not. So better for me. So let's go ahead and get this seeping. And we're going to have, oh, that smells good. Boy, that aroma just hit me. Oh my gosh, that is a pleasant, pleasant smell. Ah, and that water was hot, hot, hot. So it sunk right to the bottom. So we'll let that seep a minute and we'll give it a try in just a little bit. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's some dark tea. It is from the black tea family. I love peaches, so hopefully that'll be good. All right, let me head over to the comments real quick, and then we're going to go pick our first two winners for the night. But I just want to make sure that we've got everyone in and we don't have anyone still standing at the front door. I know you guys do such a great job of welcoming everyone in. And as I'm going up the chat to find my place, I see LaTanya is here. Welcome in, friend. And I see Dawn P is here. Welcome in. Thank you guys so much for celebrating our birthdays with our birthday fam, and also Sanja's anniversary. And Margie, thank you so much for welcoming our new Joy family members. It is always great to come in somewhere and feel like you've got that welcome. But thank you, all of you. I see many of you are celebrating the birthdays and the anniversary. Suzanne, thank you also for welcoming in our new Joy family. Wanda says, I saw a short today of a teacher on the first day of school mispronounce every child's name wrong so she wouldn't embarrass any child. I love that. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Now that is thinking outside of the box. That is going to be a great teacher. That class is going to be so blessed and lucky. Wow, love it. Thank you for sharing that, Wanda. 86 days till summer. I'm just happy spring is here. I'm happy for warm weather, but I do love summer. Thank you so much, Dawn, for sharing that. And I'm going to fast forward through all these wheels and make sure we have welcomed everyone in. Just making sure I haven't missed anyone. It is very important that each person that says hello is welcome in. Thank you, Dawn, for your gift. We'll acknowledge that in a little bit. All right, let's see here. Got a lot of wheels. I love it. I love it. Just remember, it only takes one time to get on the giveaway wheel. Hello, sweet Bridget. Welcome in, Nugs Nugs. So sorry I didn't make it to your house Monday. But the more times you drop it, the more times Nightbot will recognize you. And those recognition goes out every Saturday on the community posts at 11 a.m. And then, of course, when we have all of our wheel giveaways, the first tea party of the month, we now have a chatter wheel. So all those comments do matter and do count. Thank you, Wanda, for your gift. And again, we'll acknowledge that in just a little bit. Thank you so much. All right. Laura, thank you for your gift. And again, we'll acknowledge all of those later. And thank you again, Dawn. So sweet. All right. Love you guys are still loving on each other and welcoming each other in. Thank you so much for that. Sweet. Dawn says she is all caught up. Pictures are coming soon. Yay. And then I get to share all of those with all of you on the community post. Love it. Love it. Hope you guys are going over and checking out the community post. It seems like there's something over there every day too, whether it is the agenda of what's going on. Also, the Joy team is sharing pictures of their mystery make-along that they're working on Mondays, and they're showing their pictures from the Harvest Friendship blanket that they are making on Tuesday. So hope you guys are checking that out, leaving them some thumbs up and support and comments over there. And just a quick little shout out to the Eagles, because this is something new we're doing. We're no longer having an Eagle Live, but instead they get these little pop-up 5-10 minute blogs from me throughout the week. And so since this is the first week of doing them, they've got 2 so far. One went out on Tuesday and one went out tonight. Some of you got to see a sneak peek of it because it was public for a couple hours before someone was kind enough to let me know that it was public, which is fine. So some of y'all got a sneak peek of what you're going to see tonight as well. But that's pretty much what it is. They just get a sneak peek of things before they go public on the channel. But anyway, Eagles, I am also now including a post over on the community post. And every time I upload one of those, I am adding it to a weekly log. So if you want to always go back over there and check, you can see if a new one has been added and just go straight to it from there. Or you can wait for the notification. All right. Miss Bridget says, I sent a couple pictures of my newest baby. Her name is Fawn. We hope to pick up her brother next month when he has been fixed. Did you send those by email? I would love to share them tonight. Because just a reminder, our next tea party is in 3 weeks, and that's when we'll do our giveaways. This is the last tea party of the month. Next week is the Real Delight week, so we don't have one. And then the next week is the first full week of the month, and that's the week I take off. But we are meeting next Thursday because March the 4th of this year was my 6-year anniversary of being a content creator on YouTube. And so right now, if you have not already done so, go find that video and look at all the ball bands. I give you up close pictures so you can kind of see them. And then I do a far away picture to show you all of them from an overhead view. But your job is to guess how many yards you think I used over the last year. That would be from March 2025 to the beginning of March of 2026. So all those ball bands are gathered. This is the 4th year we've done this. And then next Thursday, we're going to come and have a live party, and we will give away something to the person who comes the closest. And then we have another little special giveaway we're going to do that night. Also, I have had one person that was so sweet and kind, and I'll reveal who they are next week, but they have donated something for that. So there'll be an extra giveaway. Again, I'm not asking, but if anyone wants to donate something, feel free to email me and let me know before next Thursday. But otherwise, right now, we will have 3 giveaways next Thursday. So mark your calendars to come celebrate my 6-year anniversary, our 6-year anniversary, excuse me, correction made. All right. And we'll find out if Bridget sent those over by email, and I'll get those pulled up and share them before the night's over with. Love that. Margie's given nugs to anyone she may have missed. Love it, love it. Bridget says, I sent via text, but I can share an email later tonight when I'm back home by my computer. Maybe during the video, I can send them over to email. That way it's on the computer and I can pull it up. So let me pull this up so I'll see it and remember it, because y'all know how my brain is. Oh, look. Okay. All right. I will get those sent over in a minute and share them with you guys. All right, we are at the bottom of the chat. So let's go pull up our tool here. And let's go ahead and get 2 names to put on the giveaway wheel. We will do a total of 10 at least, and if we reach our goal, then we'll do more. So congratulations to Tiffany. And for now, joining Tiffany is Wanda. All right, congratulations, Tiffany and Wanda. And guys, we will do that again in just a little bit and grab a couple more names. All right. Feel free to drop wheel anytime you want right now, as many times as you want during the live. Again, all of that goes over in favor with Nightbot, and he does award extra entries on the wheel. And again, they're listed on the community post every Saturday for each week. All right. As long as we have some. That week I take off, obviously, we don't have any lives or anything, so we don't have any that week. But all the other weeks, Nightbot always puts them out on Saturday. All right. With that, it is time for us to spill the tea and talk about what is going on. We've already spilled the tea on a couple things because we've already talked about the anniversary, podiversary, however you want to call it. We've already talked about the party that we're having next week. And I do want to remind everyone that is participating in Crafts of the Heart, which it is open to everyone. Many of you have already sent me your pictures this week. Thank you so much. That makes my job so much easier when I can get most of it prepared and ready ahead of time. So I do appreciate you getting those in. But Crafts of the Heart, just a reminder, is a segment that airs every Saturday, and it comes out at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon as an uploaded video. But Crafts of the Heart is literally where you pick a craft that just fills your heart with joy. It can be anything. It can be gardening, cooking, beading, crocheting, knitting, woodworking, diamond painting, whatever your craft is. Pick a project. And from start to finish, every week, send us, or as you can, because I realize some weeks you're not able to work on it because life gets busy and crazy and hectic. For me and my mental health, I really, really try to make sure I, have that time scheduled into my week so that I just have that 1 to 2 hours to just sit by myself in a quiet room and just crochet and just kind of refresh and regroup. But anyway, if you send us a picture and show us your progression from start to finish, then we share it out on that video. This week, I am starting 2 projects. I am starting project number 5 and project number 6. This is the first time I've done 2 projects at one time. And you got to come watch, because I might just need your help on one of the projects, because I might need to frog it and start over. So I'm curious to see what your thoughts on it are. So hope you'll check that out on Saturday. But again, if you participate in that, I do need you to have your pictures turned in by 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday morning. And of course, that would be 9 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Mountain, and 7 a.m. Pacific. I know that's really early for my Pacific friends, but you've got a week to get them in. But as long as they're in, they are included on Saturday's video. All right. Let's head over and, well, first, let me drop here in the chat our poll for the night. And as I'm doing that, and did it go away? It's done this before on me. Why does it do that? Isn't it crazy when you set something up and it goes away? Nope, it's still there. All right, I'm going to drop the poll in the chat. Our poll question, and let me pull this up and share screen, for tonight was poll question number 22, and it says, am I allergic to wool yarn? And then I asked you guys to leave me a comment sharing if you're allergic to wool yarn. And of course, if you participated, you get an extra entry on the wheel under participation, and that goes towards the giveaway wheel. And so 31% of you on the post said yes, and 69% of you said no. All right, let's look at your responses. So Angela S. says, I think I am. Each time I have some next to my skin for very long, I start to itch, but I can work with it just fine. Angela Wright says, Cynthia has no allergies, and I don't have any allergies. So her guess was up in that 69% that said no. And Tiffany said, I honestly don't know if I'm allergic to wool yarn or not. I've never worked with it, at least not that I'm aware of. All I can remember that any sweaters that I wore as a child, I didn't like them. So it wasn't many, made me itch around the neck. I don't know what the yarn was that was used to make them though, but them turtlenecks make me itch around the neck too. And those I would imagine are usually made out of regular t-shirt material. And then Miss Doris says, I don't think I'm allergic to wool. I've been gifted a few wool or wool blend yarns, and I'm fine with them. And Miss Jen Reeves said, I believe you are not allergic to wool, but I can't remember you using much wool. Or shoot, did I get it wrong? Well, y'all are all about to find out. Miss Wanda says, my sweater has some wool in it, and it does not bother me, but it is not next to my skin. I have a beanie that has wool in it, and I have a spot on my forehead that itches when I wear it. So I can't really say if I'm allergic or not. I would like to say no. It could depend on what kind of wool it is. Neither bothered me when I was working on them. Samantha said, hi, Cynthia. I am not allergic to wool, and I've never worked with wool yarn yet, but I'm planning to make some hats out of wool or blankets out of that yarn. But I haven't worked with that yarn currently, but I would like to try working with wool yarn. And then Miss Margie says, I'm not allergic to wool. I've worked with wool before, and I did not have any issues. Well, thank you to all of you that participated in the poll. I appreciate that so much. It's so fun to have that kind of interactive play throughout the week. And I love coming back and seeing what your responses are and how the poll changes between the answers and what the percentage is for whatever the answers are. And, you know, if the percentage that's higher is actually the right answer or not. So it's a lot of fun for me too throughout the week. So I appreciate y'all participating in that. All right, so let's go over to the live and let's see what you guys are putting in there. So let me see here. All right. So currently right now in the chat, you guys are saying yes to 45%, or 45% of you are saying yes, I'm allergic, and 55% of you are saying no. Oh, it's changing. It's changing. Now 42% say yes, 58% say no. All right. Is there anyone else that wants to vote real quick before we end that poll and I reveal the answer? And while I'm giving you a moment, let me go and get the answer ready. All right, and the poll did change a little bit. We now have 38% saying yes and 62% saying no. All right, we're going to go ahead and close the poll. And I thank you all that were in the chat and participated in that. That certainly was a lot of fun too. Okay. So I learned something about myself since I put that poll out. I was gifted some Noro wool yarn, and I decided that even though I found a little surprise with that yarn, I left my answer as is. So regardless of what percentage you were for yes or no, you are all correct. But when I put the poll out, the correct answer was no. And as you can see, this wool yarn is being held in hand to someone that is not allergic to it. So the correct answer was no. However, going back even on Wanda's comment, when she said it really depends on the wool, because some wool is a little bit different from others. I have to agree with that. Because I found that Nora wool actually made me break out itching, and I ended up getting a rash on my face. I touched the yarn and then I touched my face, and I had a little bit of rash on my fingers and a little bit of rash on my face where I touched my face. And so I agree. I think a lot of times it may depend on the wool, but Jen is also correct in the fact that I don't normally crochet with a lot of wool. I just never have, not for any particular reason, but I have used some wool at Crochet Club. I've had other folks that were using wool, and I've touched their wool and played with it and, you know, felt it and all of that. And I do remember one time even helping one of them correct something on their project. And in making those stitches, I was touching it and didn't have any reaction. So my answer was no. But in receiving that Nora wool, I did have a reaction. So I'm going to still stick with the answer being no, because I'm also understanding, as a good friend of mine who is in the medical field pointed out to me, that sometimes your skin can be more sensitive at times, depending on many variables. It could be medication that you're on, or maybe not on at one particular time, or maybe even a particular brand and what it's processed in. So that was good to know. But in general, I'm going to say that probably 90% of wool I am not allergic to. And there's that little 10% maybe that I might be. So Anyway, thank y'all for participating in that. I do not have a new poll set out just yet because it will be a couple weeks before we are together again. So the Thursday before we come together again, we will have a new poll come out on the post, and that will be 2 weeks from tonight. So in 2 weeks, you will have another poll, but again, you'll have an opportunity in the chat to participate. All right. But do remember, if you do answer over on the community post, you do get an extra entry on the wheel for participation. Let me head over to the chat for just a minute and just make sure there's no one I need to welcome in. I'm sure you guys have already brought them in through the front door and made them feel right at home. But I would like to do that as well. All right. And I should have had you guys drop some emojis for me, but I didn't. So let me go find the last comment that I commented on real quick. And there was Bridget's, so I know going forward I should be good. But if somebody wants to drop some emojis, that would be most helpful. All right. Dawn, thank you for that gift. Appreciate that. Hello, Miss Terry. Welcome in. Nugs. So glad you're here. And we started just a little bit late tonight, Miss Terry. We had some technical issues over at the watch party that caused us to run a little bit late. So you're right on time. And Suzanne, thank you so much for giving her that comfort. I appreciate that. Thank you to everyone that welcomed her in when she came in. Didn't leave her standing at the front door waiting. I appreciate that. And Candy says, the only yarn I'm allergic to is cotton, LOL. Candy is not a fan of working with cotton yarn. But it can be difficult because cotton yarn splits a lot, so I understand that. And Bridget says, I already knew the answer. I love you, Bridget. Margie says, same here. I love you, girls. All right. Suzanne says, I was told it can be the chemicals that it's processed with. Exactly. And that's what my nurse friend was saying as well, by a lady who processes her own wool. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, but I did find a very, very good home. And the person who sent me that, you guys, they were so kind and generous. They sent me 40 skeins of that beautiful, it was either 30 or 40, I can't remember, but it was a lot. And so that was very generous. And I just want them to know how much that just made my heart smile. But I did find a very, very good home for all of that yarn as well. So it is in some really good hands at the moment. And Bridget says that's probably the chemicals used in dyeing the yarn, not the wool itself. True that. Very true. Very true. As I am not I'm not a yarn dyer at all. So my knowledge on that is very, in fact, one day on Craft Table Talks, I want to address that. And I'm gonna be calling on some of y'all to maybe consider being a little bit of a guest speaker. That would be awesome. All right. And Wanda says it's actually the lanolin that is in the wool that people are allergic to. See, we're learning a lot. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Wanda. All right. Thank you for those emojis, Angela. They will help me. Thank you so much, Margie. Oh, thank you. Yes, as always, it would be such a joy and a pleasure if you're having a good time here, if you would consider leaving a joy thumb. And I thought I had a cute emoji for that, but I may have had to remove it. They only allow me to have so many spots to have things in here. So, yep, I think I've had to remove that one from the tea party. But anyway, thank you so much for that. Do appreciate your thumbs on the live. It helps a lot. All right. All right, well, the next thing in spilling the tea, let's go talk about our joy word for the night. So our joy word tonight, and remember, after the live, you can leave something in the chat, but it won't count. But after the live, if you leave a comment and you use the joy word, you will get an extra entry on the tea party wheel. All right. your joy word tonight is empower. Empower. And of course, for the joy words, I always try to use something very positive and uplifting and encouraging. And the definition of empower is to give the authority or power to do something. There are 5 characteristics of empower, and I love these, you guys. Number 1, affirmation. Number 2, choice. Number 3, trust. Number 4, courage. And number 5, aspiration. And aspiration means the hope of achieving something. So to wrap this up, to be empowered is to be in control of who you are and inspire others. And empower it means a holistic well-being. And what does that mean? It means recognizing that our overall well-being is more than just our physical well-being. It also involves our mental, our emotional, our spiritual, our social, and our environmental states. And holistic, by the way, just means that it addresses the whole person. So when we are empowered by something, or when we empower something, it means that it involves our whole entire being. And as it states, it's our physical, our mental, emotional, spiritual, social, and environmental. So wrapping it all up, what does empower mean here in the Joyful House? It means to be in control of your life, your emotions, and your decisions, and uplift those around you. So I pray that as you go through the rest of this week, this weekend, and next week, that you will allow yourself to be empowered, and that in that your empowerment is actually encouraging others. In other words, it's being confident in who you are and helping to build that confidence in others. So that is your joy word for this week. And again, if you use it in a sentence, in a comment after the live, then it will earn you an extra entry on the Tea Party wheel. All right. Now we're going to head over and we're going to look at the video of makes that were sent in from those of you in the Joy family. And we actually have a couple of bloopers as well. So if you're ready, sit back, relax, and let's enjoy this video of our friends' makes. And while that's playing, I'm going to go send Bridget's pictures of fawn over to my email so that I can then get them over here for you to see. All right, here we go. family. Welcome to the Joyful House and welcome to Once Upon a Bedtime Story. A bedtime story. I have never called it a bedtime story. Once Upon a Storybook. Oh my goodness. Really? Table chatter, just a reminder, is an inactive way to participate. Not inactive. It is an interactive. I want you to be active. I want you to engage. Don't be inactive. Where's the fun in that? Interactive. It is an interactive way for you to participate. Oh, let's try this again. Hello. On my tongue. What is that? Some of the peanuts I have. And now you know what I had for lunch. That's life. You can't make this stuff up. Oh. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And thank you again to all of our Joy family that sent in pictures to share this week. And I do have pictures of Fawn, and I was able to actually get them uploaded to email, saved to the computer, and uploaded to StreamYard, so I can show them to you right here. So without further ado, here is Bridget's new family member, Fawn. And thank you again, Bridget, for sharing this with us. Everybody is enjoying Fawn. And there is another picture. So it looks like Fawn is making herself at home. Oh, Bridget, thank you so much. I probably should have shared that under Chasing the Fun. So you know what? Let me just make sure I've done everything else before we jump into Chasing the Fun. Before we get into that, actually, I meant to do something before I showed you that video, but that's okay. You already saw it there. Now you just get to see them in person. So I am going to show you the things that are actually finished off my hook, because the only things I currently have unfinished on my hook at the moment are projects that I'm working on the channel, and you see those uploaded on the community post or on Saturdays from Crafts of the Heart. I have an unfinished project that I'm going to put back in my hands. That was that toddler dress, that white dress that I started making when Todd and I went on vacation last fall. What? Yep. And then, of course, I'm still working on Stranger Things, you guys, but just pray for me this week and a half coming up that I'm going to be kind of able to take a break from the channel. I'm planning on pouring every sweat tear I've got into that blanket and getting it finished. But anyway, this is all the stuff I have finished off the hook, as you saw in the video already. But my project number 4 from Crafts of the Heart was the child-sized Joy sweater. As you know, I have designed this sweater. I've even designed the stitch that's in it. I'm in the process of trying to get the stitch copyrighted. But you guys, I'm going to be honest. It is a lot of hard work and a lot of money to get that copyrighted. So I don't know if I'm going to successfully get it copyrighted. But hey, if I don't, that is okay. I just pray that people will have fun with it. But I've made a Joy sweater in an extra large. I've done it twice. I did it for Todd and his mom. And then I made one in a 0 to 3 months. And now I've completed one in a child size 6. So I am very confident about the baby and the children's sizes. And those are very, very close to going out and being in a couple testers' hands. And then I'm getting ready to start, and you'll see my progress that I've made on it with Cross of the Heart Saturday, one in a 3X. And once I've done that, then I will feel fairly confident with the adult sizes, small through 5X, and putting it in a few testers' hands. I have only one person who's willing to do a sweater in the adult sizes. I've got one more who said she'd test for me, but I don't know if she's looking for the small sizes, the kiddo sizes, or the adult sizes. But I would be happy if one more person would be interested in trying out the pattern for me before I have it processed into an official pattern. So if so, just email me and let me know. But this is the kiddos size 6 sweater. It is done. I'm very, very pleased with it. Love how it came out. And I'm excited because the one that I'm now making for Crafts of the Heart is going to be moisse, and it will match the one that I did for Todd. All right. The next thing I have to show y'all that is completed, and I'm so excited about this. It is so stinking cute. Y'all know that amigurumi is really not my thing, but I have fun doing them. So I do them. But as you know, I was joining a mystery make along with Cuddly Stitches, and I think a few of you may have joined in on that as well. But anyway, I've been showing you my progress over the last couple weeks. We started it 2 weeks ago, and sometime today was the deadline. So sometime tomorrow she'll reveal the winners. And of course, the winners will get a copy of the pattern. And anyway, I do plan on eventually making a second one of these, but are you ready to see it finished? And we were trying to guess what it was, because remember, it was a mystery. Mr. Joyful was certain it was an elephant. And if you were paying attention to the video that just showed, you already know what it is, because I forgot to show these before the video, but that's okay. My mind, there's so much to keep up with running the tea parties and movie night. Speaking of tea party, I haven't tried the tea yet. So shall we try the peach tea? Wow. That is a hug in a mug right there. That gets, I got to put it down. That one gets 2 thumbs up. That's some good tea. Twinnings Peach. Twinnings. No shout out for them. I don't get anything for shouting them out. But Twinnings Peach Tea. It's good. And if you really love peaches, it's good. It's good. Maybe not as good as a hot, peach cobbler, but pretty close. That's really good, y'all. All right. Y'all ready to see what it turned out? It was a triceratops. And this is her. This is her finished. Didn't she come out so cute, you guys? I am so proud of her. So proud of her. And this is her little arms and her little feet. Can't you just see a child loving on this? Oh! But anyway, and then there's her tail. She's got a big, long tail. But oh my gosh, she came out so cute. I'm so happy with her. All right. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. I think I said hello to you, Miss Angie, but if not, welcome in, Angie. They did, Margie. Everyone did an amazing job on their projects. And I think Miss Connie sent me some more pictures, you guys. And Connie, if you happen to be here or catch the replay, I am so sorry. I've got to get those sent over from my text messages over to my email and then upload them to my computer. So I will have those pictures of Connie's the next tea party. And again, don't forget, for every completed picture you send me, Every completed project you send me a picture of earns you 2 entries. And if you're participating in something with the channel and you're showing progression, like Crafts of the Heart or the Mystery Make Along with the Joy Team or the Harvest Friendship Blanket, for every progression picture you sent, you get 1 extra entry on the wheel. So y'all, there's so many ways that you can get entries on the wheel. Leaving comments on videos, leaving comments after a live, leaving comments over on the post. There are so many opportunities to get on that wheel. All right. Right. Everyone did such a great job, you guys. I know, right, Angela? Angela can't wait to see your bag when it's finished. Right, Terry? They did so good. So good. Beautiful job, everyone. Everyone looks amazing. I agree, Tiffany. Hello there, sweet Zach. Welcome into the Joyful House. Thank you guys for nugging on him when he came in. All right. He says he's doing great. His oxygen went bye-bye, and now he just only needs his CPAP machine. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. All right. I'm coming, Miss Margie. I'm coming. Miss Margie's going to come up and share something in just a moment with us. All right. Angela S. says, I started making it, only halfway done so far. Did I give it away or did you already know? She says, started late. I guessed it. It's so cute. I know. I am so excited with it. I do want to do another one in boy colors, but my mom was telling me that she didn't think I needed to because I am putting this away for a future grandbaby. But she said I didn't need to because so many baby things are done in pinks and purples and blues and yellows that it really wouldn't matter. But I think I want to do another one, and I want to play with some variegated cotton yarn when I make that one, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. So that was that. Making sure I'm not missing anyone in the chat. Hello, sweet Amy June. Welcome in. So glad you're here. Nugs, nugs. And I'm having a blessed evening. I hope you are. Suzanne says, oh, so cute. Thank you so much. Thank you, Wanda. She is adorable. I am so excited that I took the time to participate in that. I really didn't have the time, but glad I made the time. And that feeling that I have is exactly the goal of Crafts of the Heart, my friends, is working on a project and just making that little bit of progress every week until it's done. There's no timetable. You can work on it as long as you need to. In fact, one of the Craft of the Heart projects that I just started this week that you're going to get to see on Saturday, it's going to be a very slow making project. I'll share more. You got to come watch that video. All right. Thank you so much, Miss Doris. Oh, Angela says she guessed it last week, so no surprises. Got you. I thought so too, Laura. I had a lot of fun with it. And Zach is saying hello to everyone. He's liking his CPAP machine. He didn't like it at first, not gonna lie. I hear everyone, it takes some time to get used to it. Where did you get the eyes? Those are awesome. I got them off of Amazon. Oops, dropped a ball band for this year. Not in the ones y'all are guessing. I got it off of Amazon. I've had them for a while, but I will see if I can find where I ordered them from and send you the link. And if I do find that link, friends, I will include it also in this information box for anyone. But if it is not there by tomorrow morning, then you know I didn't find it, because I will do that when we finish. Because if I don't, then I never will. All right. But I am breathing so much in my sleep, so I am happy. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. If someone will drop me some emojis, I would appreciate it. Let me finish showing you this stuff. So you've seen this already, so I'm not going to take a lot of time on it. But this is the baby blanket that I made for my sister. My sister is getting ready to have her very first grandbaby. So excited for her. And so she asked me to make a baby blanket. So this is the baby blanket that I made, and I used the ice cream variegated pink and white yarn to make that. And I had some yarn left over. So you already have seen this, But as you know, I made a onesie. And if you saw the video a few minutes ago, you saw the other little extras. So on top of making the onesie, and this is the onesie that I made, she has no idea. All of this that you're seeing now is a surprise. She is paying me to make the baby blanket. So when she receives it, she's going to get all this other stuff and she's going to be tickled pink, I know. But anyway, so I made the onesie. And as I shared with you before, I use these cute little heart buttons to button up. So it made diaper changing easy. And I used one of those heart buttons on the back to close it. And then when I had a little bit of yarn left over, they're a little bit big on this doll. Plus a baby's foot will have more meat to it than this little plastic foot does. But I decided to make these cute little sandal shoes. I have to tell y'all, I am all for supporting another content creator, but now that I've got the time to design, I will if I can, but I was looking for a free pattern. I'm not gonna lie, y'all know I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was looking for a quick free pattern because this was all not supposed to be on the agenda of things to do. So I needed to quickly get all of this off the agenda, but I could not find a free pattern to just make an open-toed sandal. Found plenty and cute ones for sale, but right now I have to budget. So I took the sole from another content creator's booty, closed-in booty, from Sarah from Crochet Baby. I do a lot of her patterns, but I took the sole from her. So, which is it's pretty, the sole is pretty common for shoe, whether it's a booty, a boot, a sandal, whatever. But anyway, I did take that part from her, but the rest of it, I just did it. I just did it. And then I added it with accent, the ribbon that is on the outfit. And I used one of those little heart buttons and created the little sandals. Now, right now, because I was trying to make them fit the doll, they've got a pretty long little extra piece, but on an actual baby, it won't be out so long like that because they'll have a little bit more foot to put in them. But anyway, I was very proud of how those came out. And then I still had some yarn left over, and I still have yarn left over. So I have put it away for another project for another day. But anyway, I decided to make a little headband. And all of this stuff, if there's a link to be shared to the pattern and how to do it, they are already in the description box. I did another content creator. I can't remember her name, but she's in the description box. And I probably should be able to mention that. I don't know if I can pull that up real quick because that would be the right thing to do. If I'm going to talk about her, I should be able to call her by name. So I'm trying to pull this up real quick. And you guys probably could have found it in the information box sooner than I, but her name is Kirsten Holloway. Kirsten Holloway. And again, I have the link to her tutorial in the description box for this headband. And I did I guess it would be the 0 to 3 month. And it came out a little bit short for this doll's head. So if it's short for this doll, then it would be short for a baby. I didn't want to frog it because, again, none of this was on the agenda to do. So I needed to get these things off my hook and done and get back to other projects. So I decided to just leave the ribbon really long, and this can be tied and left in the nap of the baby's neck. I did worry about the little knot from the bow putting pressure, but I took some more of that yarn and I tied it around my own head and had the knot at the back, and I went and laid down, and you can barely feel it. So it would not irritate the baby. But I thought it came out cute. I was able to use the same heart ribbon, but I wanted to show you something else. that could be done with the headband to fancy up the onesie. And honestly, I like it better this way than as a headband. But of course, my sister and baby mama can decide what they want to do. But tell me what y'all think. Does that not make the onesie look a little bit cuter? I absolutely love that. But anyway, so all of that is what was on the hook and is now off the hook. And I had this much yarn left over. So to make the blanket, the outfit, the shoes, the headband, it took 3 skeins, and this is what I had left of that ice cream yarn. So this stuff goes a long way. All right, let me check on the chat real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. Thank you guys so much, Angela, Terry, and Doris, for those emojis. I was able to find my way right back in the chat where I needed to. All right, shall we draw a couple more names? I do need to apologize. Oh, and by the way, the baby blanket, this was a pattern from Creative Grandma, and she and the tutorial for this baby blanket is in the description box as well. So Crochet for Baby is the one who designed the onesie. Kirsten Holloway is the one who designed the headband. The sandals were designed by yours truly. The baby blanket was by Creative Grandma. The Triceratops, I have the link to Petra's blog page with the Triceratops information under Cuddly Stitches in the information box. And then, of course, the Joy sweater I showed you is my design. So all of that is listed over there if anyone is interested and wants to go check that out. The things that I made, the sandals and the Joy sweater, the sandals will for sure have eventually a tutorial and a pattern coming out in the future. The Joy sweater, it will definitely have a pattern. I haven't decided if I will do a tutorial or not, because if I do a tutorial, I will need to do 2 because the children's sweater is done differently from the adult sweater. So you can't make one from the other. They are done in 2 different styles, but they're all done from the neck down. I love doing sweaters from the neck down versus the waist up. But anyway, all right. Let me see here. What I was going to share is when I was grabbing the pictures of Fawn, I did accidentally close our wheel. So I had to set up a new one, but it'll be all right. I just got to find it. This is the issue that you have sometimes when you have multiple screens and you have tons of screens open in the background. All right, let me see. There it is. All right. So if you will, go ahead and drop wheel in the chat again. And we're going to draw a couple more names for our wheel. We're going to go ahead and do 4 of them now. And that will leave us 4 to do at the very end, which we're about to wrap it up here. So glad y'all have spent some time with me. All right. Y'all keep dropping that wheel in there. And we're going to go ahead and grab that first name. All right. Congratulations, Terry. And the next name is Lacey. Congratulations. And the next name goes to Miss Margie. Congratulations. And the next name. And just a reminder, we'll spin all of these wheels on Thursday, April the 16th. Miss Angela Wright, congratulations. So mark that on your calendars. Our wheels will be spun on Thursday, April the 16th. Again, we'll draw the next 4 names at the very, very end in about maybe 15 minutes. All right, let me bring this down. And Miss Margie, I do see you in the basement. If you'll give me just a few more minutes, we're going to chase the fun, and then I'm going to let you come up. All righty. It is time for us to chase the fun. So good, y'all. Oh, so good. All right. If you're new here with us, we are reading a book by Annie Downs on chasing the fun. And it's just different ways that we can chase fun in life because, you know, sometimes, especially as adults, we get so busy that the last thing we do is chase our fun. So she gives us different aspects to think about and reflect on. So today, she is telling us to fall in love with growing things. And what a perfect time to have this one as we are settling into spring where everything is blooming and coming to life. Roland A. Brownie said, "I don't know whether nice people tend to grow roses or growing roses makes people nice." Annie says, "I've been in my head all morning about a situation that is moving slower than I wish it would. I want to know how the story ends, and I want to know what's going to happen next and when it's going to happen. But just to the left of me on my porch, there is a small plant that a friend gave me to celebrate the release of a book that I wrote. And I'm realizing as I'm sitting here that there are 2 new stalks and a very few new buds that didn't seem to be there the other day. The stalks are bright green and a very different shade from what was already there. And the buds are beautiful and tiny and even more of a unique green. Growing things is a fascinating task. I have done the watering, trying hard to follow the rules of not too much and not too little. And I set the plant in the sun, turning it every week or so to make sure that all the sides get the same amount of light. But I haven't done anything to make these new stalks grow. The Bible talks about this, how it's our job to water, but God's job to do the miracle of growing. And if you want to read more about it, you can read about it in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verses 6 through 7. And so here we are in our everyday lives with our plants and gardens and relationships and careers and opportunities. And shouldn't we do our best to fall in love with the process of growth? The slowness, and then the suddenness. The way tomatoes on the vine are green one day, which are perfect for fried green tomatoes, and then they're red the next day. Better grab them. And almost too mealy the next. It happens in many areas of our lives. So appreciating the process and the things that we can see will give us faith and hope in the growing situations that we cannot see. And that's what it takes, you know, warmth, water, and faith. Something bigger and brighter shining on the thing, a little bit of whatever food it needs to grow, and faith living in you. Faith that God will do the growing work. Faith that things you cannot see are at work. And faith that the precious seed you hold in your hand will become exactly what it is meant to become. So Annie challenges us this week for our Chase the Fun and says, what is one thing in your life that you see growing? To remind yourself that things are growing that you can't see, go spend some time looking at plants or animals or cute kids to see growth in your everyday life. Well, that is something that would be very fun for me because you guys know how much I absolutely love nature. I love children too. So I definitely love watching children grow, but nature, oh my gosh, I love nature. I could spend every waking moment outside in nature. Well, I could spend every sleeping moment outside in nature too, because I love to camp as well. But anyway, I thought in lieu of coming into spring, and this was such a great opportunity to share some joy. And then I found this cute, cute little gift. And I thought, I want to give one of those away. So before I show you what it is, because the winner is actually going to have their choice between 4 options, I want to pick a winner first. So if you would like an opportunity to win something that would inspire you to watch the process of growth, then if you will, in the chat, drop the word grow, Grow, grow. And I didn't have a banner for that. So let me fix that. There you go. Drop the word grow in the chat. And while you're doing that, I'm going to invite Miss Margie up and let her share what she wants. And then we are going to pick our last 4 wheel entry winners. And then we're going to pick the winner for Chasing the Fun. And then we're going to wrap up our evening. And again, the winner will get to choose between 4 because after I found the one, I found the other 3 and I couldn't make up my mind. So I thought, well, why not let the winner choose which one resonates with them the most, and then that's the one they'll get. All right. Oh, I lost Miss Margie. There she is. All right. So let's bring up Miss Margie, and you guys keep typing the word grow in the chat. And she's in there. I don't know why she's not popping up. Looks like we're having issues with StreamYard. Miss Margie, can you still hear me in the live? Huh.
I can hear you.
I don't know why it's not bringing you up. Now it tells me to remove you. Now I've added you to stage. Let me pop out and pop back in. Stay put, Miss Margie. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, everyone.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, that's fine. You go ahead and show what you were going to show. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
Well, you know the mug that Miss Cynthia had shared that she had gotten. Well, I got one.
Yay!
And this color is called Mountain Meadow.
Let me put you back big screen though. Oh, no, not like that. What? Oh, definitely not like that. Oh my God.
Okay. But this is what it looks like. And that's what it looks like on the inside. And when Miss Cynthia mentioned as if that when she first put the water in to make her tea, and she said it was hot, yes. It was hot. I had to hold it like this. When I first started drinking my tea, I've already had 1 cup of tea in here already. And yeah. And then after a little bit, then I was able to hold it like this. And yeah, I showed it to my husband and he says, that is a very unusual. And I told him that it was made here in the States, handmade and everything. And so they have one that is purple that I'm thinking of getting as well. So, but I like it.
They do have them also, by the way, with an open handle. It's a lot bigger than this one. Of course, this is not one of those mugs, but I'm just trying to show you with an open handle that Mr. Joyful would like to have. And on my play date with Wanda, we discovered, well, Miss Margie, I think we did with you too.
Yeah.
That they have dinnerware, baking ware. Oh my goodness. And by the way, this tea's making me burp, y'all. Pardon me. Dawn P is the one who gifted that mug to me and started all of this. And what a beautiful thing. So I do plan, and I told her this, that as I finish giving away a lot of the giveaways that I currently have here in the Joyful House, that eventually I do plan on giving one of those away as one of the wheel wins. So stay tuned because you just never know when that might pop up in an envelope. Just saying.
And they package this. They package it well.
Yes, they do.
Bubble wrap.
Yes. Yes.
And they include a little pamphlet that tells you about it.
And I had the information in last week's information box, but I will make sure that I put it over in tonight's as well, since we're talking about it again. So yeah, it's pretty nice. So, and I've got it saved on my screen because like I said, when it comes time, the winner will get to choose the color they want. So, and then it'll be shipped from the company straight to them, but that's down the road somewhere. Probably sometime this summer. All right. Well, Miss Margie, you can stay put. We're going to go grab the last 4 names for tonight. And I'm going to just check real quick and see if we met our goal and if we're giving away any more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did not. All right. Which is fine. So let's go pick our last 4 names, and then I want to celebrate those that gifted tonight, and then we're going to pick our winner, and then we're going to wrap this up. So let's share screen. Hopefully this is going to let me do this. Of course, when I went out, it closed everything. All right. And there we go. And let's pick our up. You guys, you can start dropping wheel in the chat one more time. Wheel. And we're going to come back and do grow. You can keep dropping grow too if you want, but wheel is what we're dropping at the moment. All right, here we go. Our last 4 names of the night. This is for extra entries on the Tea Party wheel that we will be spinning on April the 16th. And Miss Candy, congratulations. Don't forget, next Thursday, we have the Podiversary party. And Miss Latanya, congratulations. 2 more names. Miss Laura, congratulations. And our final name tonight goes to Miss Tiffany. And because I had to start that wheel over, Miss Tiffany got on there twice. So I'm going to spin it one more time. But Miss Tiffany does get both entries. And it goes to Miss Doris. So we have wheel entries tonight going to Tiffany twice, Miss Wanda, Terry, Lacey, Margie, Angela Wright, Candy, Latanya, Laura, and Doris. Thank you guys. Thank you all for being here. All right, let's celebrate our gift givers for the night, and then we're going to go draw for our winner. All right, let me see. Oh, and I've got one more thing. I almost forgot. Oh, so much, so much. We have so much fun over here. All right. Let me see. Let me go to comments. All right. Here we go. I want to thank Miss Dawn for her gift, and Miss Wanda for her gift, and Miss Laura for hers. And I want to thank Dawn again for hers, and Dawn again for this one as well. And if you will, let's say thank you to all of them. So I'm going to take us over. Oops, I booted Miss Margie out. Sorry about that, Miss Margie. Had to switch over to the party room. That's one thing about the updates of StreamYard. If you go from room to room, it changes all of your settings. I figured out that's why if I bring the birthday banner up and I'm in like the tea room, but then I go over to the party room, it takes it down. So when I bring it up in the party room and take it down and go back to the tea room, it's still standing up there in the tea room. So that's why. But I'm hoping one day StreamYard will work out all those glitches. But anyway, again, I want to say thank you to you ladies for your generous gift tonight. They are so appreciated. And this is for you. All right. One more thing I want to do before we pick our winner is I keep forgetting to gift memberships for March. So we're going to gift 10 memberships right now. So there should be 5 coming up, and let's go ahead and gift the last 5. And then we'll do 10 more when we come together again on the 16th. I don't know. Maybe we'll just do them next week because it'll be April already at the Potiversary. How about that? Maybe that's what we'll do. All right, let's see who we got. We got Miss Sherry Knowles, Miss Terry, who's here, and Amy June, and Trish, and then Sherry from Sherry's Crochet Corner. And then joining them, we have MJ, and then Cammie, and Rob, and Linda from Just a Crochet Sister, and Divergent Crafter. So welcome in to the Joy Team. It is so great to have you guys. And so let's welcome them in. right. Last thing we've got, pick a winner to go with our Chasing the Fun tonight. So one more time, if you will, drop the word grow in the chat, and I'm going to take us back over to the tea room, and we're going to pull that up on screen, and somebody is going to win, I think, a really cute prize. All right. All right. And it says no one has dropped the word grow in the chat. Is that true?
When I would type it in the chat here, it wouldn't let it go through. But if I went over to the YouTube side, it would let me type it in.
All right. Did anyone else have an issue with that? Because I don't see it in the chat at all. Oh, I see one coming in. Let me refresh it. And let's see. Still only showing one. All right. Well, let's try. Try typing the word growing then. Let's put an ing on the end of it and see if that helps.
Okay, now it let me type that word in here.
Growing?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm only seeing one entry. Oh, now it's growing. Now it's growing. All right. Oh, yeah, it's growing. Okay. Well, we'll let it keep growing. And when it stops, we're going to pick the winner. Again, I know you don't know what you're winning, but it has to do with our Chasing the Fun of Growing. But the reason I haven't shown it is because the winner will get to choose between 4 choices. Because they're all so cute and I couldn't decide. I do show 18. Well, there was 20 people in the house and I only see 12 entries. And the winner does have to be here tonight to be able to pick what they want. So they have to still be here. All right. I see 19 people in the house and I see 13 entries. I'm only going to give it just a few more seconds. So if you'd like to win, you need to type the word growing in the chat. Sorry, I thought I had a little countdown thing, so I was going to go grab that little countdown, but I don't see it. So we're just going to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Good luck, everyone. And it is Miss LaTanya. Congratulations, LaTanya. LaTanya, let me know if you are still here in the chat. And by doing that, just tell me what state you live in. Thank you so much, Terry. I do appreciate that. I do hope everyone will leave a joy thumb if they haven't already. Is Miss LaTanya still here? Hello, Miss Jenry. Welcome in. Anyone see Latanya in the chat? We'll give her just a few more minutes to respond. In the meantime, I hope you've all found some joy while you were here. Is Latanya still here with us? Cat got her tongue. Is Latanya still here?
She says thank you.
You see her?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Latanya, congratulations. Can you tell me what state you live in? Or just let me know if you're here in the United States.
Indiana.
Okay, so you are in the U.S. Because if you were out of the U.S., then I'd have to give you a monetary gift and then choose someone else for this gift because I can only send this within the United States. But she is in the United States. So let me pull this up. Latanya, you get to choose one out of these 4 items. They're the same. They just are different in their own way. And you'll see what I'm talking about. But again, this goes along with our chasing the fun of growing. And I think they're so cute. Let me just get to them. Well, where did they go? Okay.
I think a lot of us are Sherry.
What's that?
She says most days she lives in a state of confusion.
Yes, me too. Oh yeah, that's right. I had to put them in the party room. So let's go over to the party room. I remembered I didn't have enough room in the tea party room. Okay. So these are your 4 options. Here is option number 1. Now, of course, you have to provide the plant. So you get to choose the plant you want to put in it, but the pot is what you get to choose between. So you'll have to get the plant, but so either that one, that's number 1. Here's number 2.
Oh, that is so cute.
Isn't that cute? This is why I couldn't decide. So I'm like, the winner can decide. Here's number 3.
Oh.
And here's number 4. Now this one here is the original one that I found. And after I found this one, then all of a sudden, when I went back in there looking for something for my parents, these other ones started popping up. And I was like, oh my gosh, that one's cute. And that one's cute. And that one's cute. And then that one's cute. And I couldn't make up my mind. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to pick all 4 and then the winner can choose. I love this one. This one's become my favorite, but I don't know. I really like this little gal too. But
I like that one.
Yeah, I was going to say then with the book, I love books too. So Latanya, you get to pick between 1 and 4. So this is 1 again. This is 2. This is 3. And this is 4.
She says 2.
Number 2. So this is hers. All right. So Latanya, this is what I need you to do. I need you to email me at the email address on the screen and send me your full name and address where I can have this shipped to. And whenever you send that to me, as soon as I get it, then it'll be on its way to you and I'll let you know when to expect it. So, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. As always, I had a great night. I do look forward to next Thursday. Remember, it's not a tea party, but it's going to be the anniversary celebration. We'll find out who came the closest to the amount of yards that I used in 2025. Then I will have another winner, and then I have someone that has donated a gift as well. So hope to see ya. Miss Margie, you have anything you want to share or shout out about your channel?
No, just that I'll have a video going up on Sunday. I am part of a loop group, faith loop group, and we always post our videos on once a month, and it's the last Sunday of the month. So this Sunday will be our video. So the last couple months I hadn't been able to participate because health reasons, but I'm able to participate this month. So I've got to record that video and have it ready and stuff, and then it'll go up on Sunday. And then I'll have my Monday video and Tuesday video. And in my Monday Crochet with Me Monday video, I completed my Agatha reading shawl. So so for the next one, I'll be starting another project. So I have to decide if I want to start another reading shawl or start something else.
And she sent me that picture, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys on April the 16th at our next tea party.
So yeah, and Mike took the picture for me. I go,
it's a great picture, by the way.
And take the picture.
It's a great picture. It's a beautiful shawl. Love the colors.
And
all right.
Yeah. And hopefully, if Dawn is feeling well, hopefully in September we'll do West Coast Wednesdays and celebrate her birthday and stuff. We were supposed to have done that last night and stuff, but everything. I messaged Jerry going like, "Are we going live?" Because I hadn't gotten the link or anything. And he said he had just woken up from a nap and she was still asleep. And he said, yeah, no. I'm like, okay.
Well, you'll have to tell her that we all wished her a happy birthday and that we celebrated it tonight.
I will. And then got my lives. I will need to schedule my lives and stuff for the next month and everything coming up, because I usually just do a few weeks at a time on scheduling my lives out, just in case something comes up, something happens. That way I don't have a whole bunch of lives scheduled out. But that's pretty much it. Maybe, I'm not sure when, but I'm planning on these cubes here. There's a few of these and stuff that will maybe by my live stream next week might look a little bit different. I'm thinking of rearranging some of the stuff and bringing some of my yarn in here.
Oh, nice.
So I need to get that room organized and everything, and some of my specialty yarns and some of my hobby yarn and stuff like that I might bring in here to have on in these cubes here.
Awesome. We can't wait to see.
So
In fact, let me see something. Love to see it.
but yeah, so hopefully everything I'll be able to get to it between now and then. We'll see.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here and spending time here in the Joyful House. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your Thursday evening and have a great weekend. Hope to see you guys tomorrow night over here for movie night. We will be starting season 15 of Call the Midwife. So if you're not busy, come spend some time with us. All right. Be joyful, stay crafty in your own way, make your own joyful creations, and find the joy in everything you do. And I'll see you next week, next week for the Potiversary party. All right. Bye. Thank you, Miss Margie, for coming over.
You're welcome.